This video is going to briefly demonstrate the steps involved in synthesis writing. You should have already received a synthesis guide with each of the 4 steps. The task I'm using for this demonstration was a literature review I had to write for one of my classes. I chose to write about the use of video tutorials for library instruction. I was required to include at least 30 peer-reviewed studies in my literature review. The 2 questions I chose to focus on in my paper were, first, are video tutorials effective compared to other delivery formats? And second, how should video tutorials be designed? Step 1. Identify relevant ideas and sources. I started by gathering a large collection of articles that addressed my topic. First, I skimmed and scanned each article to determine whether it contained useful information or not. Not all of them did. For each article I kept, I identified and highlighted the information that was relevant to my 2 questions. As I highlighted information, I started seeing some subtopics emerge. For example, several articles talked about how the length of a video tutorial affected student engagement. Several studies offered information on how the use of cueing devices helped some students learn better. Step 2. Transfer relevant information into a synthesis matrix. As I started finding relevant information and identifying categories of information, I was able to move the information I found into a synthesis chart. I listed all my sources in the first column in APA format to save me time later, and then I made columns for each subtopic or information category I identified. This chart let me organize all my information by source and by topic. This let me see where sources agreed or disagreed with one another on a topic, and helped me see the bigger picture of what the literature was saying. Step 3. Combine into a continuous text. After I had all my information in the synthesis matrix, I began writing out that information by topic. Notice that I'm not just listing what each source said one after another, like you see here. Instead, I'm showing where multiple sources offer the same type of information, where sources build upon other sources, where sources reveal contradictions or exceptions, and I'm describing and discussing the information in my own words. I'm also being careful to provide in-text citations for any information I pulled from a source, or from multiple sources, and all the sources are listed in the References section at the end of the paper. Step 4. Check work for accuracy and relevancy. Is the information I presented accurate? Is it what the source actually said? Did I include any information that doesn't really address my questions? Any information I'm better off getting rid of? Okay, so those are the 4 steps to synthesis. We're going to walk through each one in a little more detail and give you a chance to practice them on a small composition task. You should be ready now to move on to step 1.